What's up guys, Paladin here, and today I'm coming at you with a video talking about my current favorite build. Similar to the build that I was running in the last BG video. However, I figured I might as well just explain how it works. So this is currently what I'm playing in Solo Shuffle and 3v3 arenas. I actually did my first Ret Warrior session with the Ret buffs today, and it went fairly well. We went from about 1900 to 2132, so not bad. And I am currently around 2500 rating with this build in Solo Shuffle. The only problem is I have not played that much Solo Shuffle because I get home from work and I don't really have time to sit in like 40-minute queues and I'm trying to play my game. So maybe on the weekend we'll have a chance to push a little higher. Did peak at about 2556, which is not too bad. But there's insane inflation happening right now in Solo Shuffle, so I really want to get in there and play the games. But yeah, let me just break down what I'm running. So in Solo Shuffle, I'm running double DBS trinkets here. You can armory me for the gear. I am running my 2-set on my chest and my shoulders. But come next week when when we all get the catalyst, whatever it is, converter thingy, the one that converts the creation catalyst, that's what it's called. When it converts your PvP gear to the tier gear, I'm going to run it on my gloves and shoulders, and then I'm going to run the mastery versatility chest piece. I'm currently not running the 4-set, and I don't plan to, but I do plan to try it out eventually. I will have my 4-set next week. I have the helm in my bags. If you are going to run the 4-set, I do not advise putting it on the legs. I would do something like chest, shoulders, helm, and gloves. And yeah, run something like that, but I think you lose too much versatility running the full 4-set. I just don't think it's that fantastic. And the 4-set itself is pretty weak, even with the final verdict build, but we shall see. Maybe my opinion changes next week. Now into the talents. This is what I run. If I'm fighting casters, I'll run 2 points into Sealed Verdict, and if I'm running against melee, then I will take out a point of Sealed Verdict and go eye for an eye. Alternatively, you could run a Consecrated Blade plus either Consecrated Ground or Sanctified Ground and ignore the Sealed Verdict. But at the moment, I am really enjoying playing Sealed Verdict with Expurgation. I have crit upwards of 100k Blade of Justices in Arena on leather targets and mages and warlocks. So it is possible to hit a 160k Blade of Justice because you're dealing 60% of that Blade of Justice crit with Expurgation. And actually, when I hit that 100k Blade of Justice, it was with only 1 point in a Sealed Verdict. So it's pretty okay to run both these talents here. And then I just like Final Verdict against Hunter comps. And there's a ton of jungles at the moment. I also like them into Devastation Evokers and Preservation Evokers and Druids. So anything that's kind of running away, kiting me, this does make it easier to hit them. A lot of people have asked why I'm not running Execution Sentence, and I do still think Execution Sentence is good. I'm just not enjoying it as much. And I've found that it has not limited my success at the moment not running Execution Sentence. So until I hit a wall, I'm just going to play the talents that I enjoy the most at the moment. Yeah, so this is the 2 builds that I've been running. Now, against DHDK, which is a very popular cleave at the moment, I won't take Final Verdict. I'll take Justicar Vengeance just to give myself a little bit extra survivability. And a lot of DH and DK damage is not physical, so taking eye for an eye is not that big of a deal. Now, in Rated 3s, I have been enjoying Emblem more. So I'm playing the Proc Trinket plus Emblem Trinket here for the added survivability. But in Solo Shuffles, ending the Solo Shuffle as fast as possible is a little bit more ideal. So you go for the double DBS Trinket one shot, as long as you're a human Ret Paladin and can do that. If you are some other race, you're still going to need your Medallion and either a Ferocity Trinket or Emblem Trinket. But yeah, that is about it for the updated Ret Guide. Or, I'll go over the rotation real quick. Okay. So, if you are running the Final Verdict build, the rotation is not too much different than anything else. Actually, let me just undo this for the full Sealed Verdict damage example. So, you're going to run in. You're going to get your 5 Holy Power. Double Crusader Strike, 5 Holy Power into a Seraphim, Stun Kill Target or Off Target, Wings, Divine Toll, Final Reckoning into a Radiant Decree, into a Blade of Justice, into a Templar's Verdict, Temple's Verdict, Judgment, Temple's Verdict, Blade of Justice, Hammer Wrath, Temple's Verdict, Sage of Strike. Basically, you're just trying to not overcap on Holy Power while cycling through as much of your damage rotation as you can. Let's take a look at how much my Expurgation did at the end of this when this tick finishes right here. So top damaging ability was Judgment, but that's because it's AoEing. It's realistically probably a little bit less. We had a normal 165k. Radiant Decree, our top final verdict was about 100k. If you add in a Virtuous Command, it was a little over 100k, about 109k, 108k. Blade of Justice hits fairly hard. So we crit 71k, which is not too bad. And Expurgation, I believe we had 2 ticks, maybe 1 tick of Expurgation. Did about 80k. Now this is, obviously it's nerfed from what it was in Shadowlands, but just that little bit of extra damage is not bad sometimes. And then Final Reckoning, obviously hitting pretty hard here, pretty hard. But that's more or less the damage rotation. And then outside of that, guys, it's just a priority of making sure you keep up your of Dusk and Dawn buffs. You want to have both of them up at all times as much as you can. You know, you take a little bit more damage, get your generators back a little bit quicker, and deal more damage and healing. So you want to aim for not dropping any of these buffs here. That is always the goal. And then you want to try and not overcap on Holy Power. You can kind of look at your Divine Resonance when it is going to throw an extra Judgment. You get 3 from the Divine Resonance. You don't have to overlap your judgments. But yeah, that's just the ret rotation in a nutshell. If I didn't explain it that well, I apologize. I have some other videos that are devoted to the ret rotation that go a little bit more in depth into the other builds that you can run with it. But all right, if you guys enjoyed, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitch and Twitter. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.